Franklin was supposed to go to the groomer today. Ted and I both forgot, but it's a darn good thing that he didn't go to the groomer, because immediately as soon as he got outside today, he rolled in a dead thing and he smells horrendous now. And he's also very stressed, aren't you, Franklin? Because today was moving day for the chickens, so they're all outside now. Hi guys, what do you think about being outside? I went ahead and set up their lamp in there because at night it doesn't get quite warm enough for their size yet, but they were getting out of their box and running all over our house and pooping everywhere, and honestly, that's not what you want to come home to. So now I'm gonna go to Zumba. No talking, no laughing, only Lil Jon sounds.
What? Yeah! Turned out for what?
We are so good at this. Morning, Kelly. So I'm going out to feed the chickens and open up the hutch and see how they survived their first night outside. And then bringing them food and fresh water too. You guys awake? Awake, awake. Hi guys. Come on out. Here's your food. Here, look. Chick, 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 chick. Come on out. Need some help? Need some help? My classroom has been very slowly becoming more empty and thus more sad. I'm on my planning period right now and been just like working basically on my computer like crazy because we're doing research projects right now. So basically like the students are doing stuff and then like turning it in and then like looking at it and making corrections to stuff and sending it back. And like now that everybody has their own Chromebooks and we have like Google Classroom integrated, I basically don't have to get up all day, which to some people, I'm sure that would sound like a pleasurable thing. You just get to sit at your desk all day and do all of your work from here. And it's way more exhausting than that just because it's boring. It's boring and I feel like I need to move around a lot. It sucks that you were sick for so long. You're saying it was a cold or something. I caught the stomach flu last week and it was weird. It came in like 2 separate rounds. So I got it and like was throwing up at Spintronics. Luckily I've been wearing my mask and everything, so it's not like I'm gonna spread it to anybody. And then I was good for like 2 days and then I caught it again. Like I started throwing up again all of a sudden and it was like this, oh man, it was rough. It was very, very rough. I don't recommend being pregnant and having the stomach flu. It wasn't anything like being morning sick because that was like its own whole separate thing. I got some cute new stuff from the Spintronics website. So like we have these new kind of masks. I don't like these as much as the old masks, but the company that was making the old masks doesn't do it anymore. So here's what we're selling on our website now. Like I said, I'm on my planning period, so there's nobody in here, so I'm taking a break from wearing my mask. There's also like a water bottle and a mug, which I've been using the mug in the live streams. So now I'm like, yeah, I can actually advertise for Spintronics and not just for, you know, whoever the heck mug I have sitting out. And then I also got one of these. And I was a little bit worried this would be like one of those cheap ones that doesn't even keep the tea warm or anything, but it actually kept it too hot. I get up and make it at like 6:30. It's usually done by 7 at the latest. And it's usually drinkable by first hour. and it was not drinkable first hour. So I left the lid off of it for the first couple hours, and it was still hot, like drinkable, but hot by like third hour. So this is it's a very well insulated cup. I'm gonna have to figure out how to deal with. I'm gonna start making iced tea for the summer anyways, and not have hot tea anymore. So that shouldn't be a huge deal. While I'm here, I want to show you this cool thing that we've been doing in anatomy class, and we've been building bodies. This is my example body, and there's 1/2 of a body at each table around the room. However, I need to get some saran wrap because as you can see, they're like losing parts falling off of the bodies there. But yeah, so like we went through and built the muscles and built the nervous system. My favorite part, honestly, is probably the intricacy of like the hand and all the blood vessels and the lymph nodes and their nervous system, all the nerves running down there. And then like the organs, we just did the organs recently. They're really cool too. And then we did the heart, and the heart had to fit in the chest cavity, but like this one's huge. So we were talking about like what disorder that would be if it's got a huge heart. And then we did like the lymphatic system. And so we built like breast tissue and all that sort of stuff. And then had the lymph nodes go up into the head. And here's a brain sticking out. It's just so cool. This project has been my absolute favorite thing to work on since I've been here. I've gotten a lot of stuff done and changed and updated over the last 6 years, but I think this one is the one that I'm going to be the saddest to have to leave. And I really hope that whoever comes in and starts teaching this after me will like take care of everything and use it properly. But I don't know, because who knows what it's going to be. This is a pretty cool setup too, because I can like build stuff here, and then I've got this document cam that looks over, and then that goes to my Chromebook, which I can see, so I can see what I'm actually doing with this whole system, and then that projects up onto my screen over here, so you can see how that works, and it's great. And that's what I was doing whenever we were doing virtual lessons, when we were learning virtually, is instead of just writing up on the whiteboard, I would sit here and like write on my marker board on the table, and it would go to the Chromebook, and that would go to Google Classroom. And so I've got a nice little like virtual teaching setup going on here too, because then I could also mold all the clay from the anatomy body into under the camera as well, and people could watch and see that. But oh well, what do you do? I guess that's it for this week. It's been honestly a pretty boring week. We just, like I said, the chickens got to go outside. That was like the highlight of the week. And then otherwise, I'm pretty much just packing up my personal stuff from my classroom and trying to figure out what's going to happen next here, because who knows? See you, Kelly.